All right, I'm back from praying. I'm back from praying, and so let's resume here. This thing. Let's clear these bunch of error messages. And yeah, you cannot hear it. Right, okay, so it's pointless. Let's go to the arena soundtrack once again. Because it's my secret. The arena soundtrack is my secret. If I have to code anything that's remotely difficult, I will listen to the arena soundtrack and figure it out somehow. It's I don't know, it's like I don't know, it gets me in the mood, right? Okay. So what we were trying to do here is this thing playing? No, it is not. Okay, we'll give it some time. Anyhow, what we were trying to do in here, if okay, so everything's good. What we were trying to do once again is take the text that's been assigned to the rect and fit it to the space that it has, right? And so what I thought is, well, in order to do this, I have to go to the entirety of the text, and every time I have to do that. And so it's better if I do it only when I really have to. And when do I really have to? Whenever the box is resized, right? Only then we need to recalculate how the text should fit to the screen, and only in that instance. And so, matter of fact, the best thing to do was to make it so this lines array is static, meaning that we can always reference it. So we generate the array, we save it for later use, and then these text prev and text next, which is what we drew before and what to draw now. This should just be indices, right? Just indexes, and yeah, and that's that. So if I can open this little bag, yeah. Did my music stop? Oh, why are you buffering, bro? Is my connection down? Yeah, it was down. Anyhow. Okay. Okay, so this is annoying. Just stop, man. Just stop. Okay, so I'm gonna quit this and I'll get back to it in a second. Anyhow. So we need to apply those changes. Just it's not too difficult, but it means I have to rethink a couple things, not too many, hopefully. Mm, okay. So my computer fans are making an awful noise. All right. Okay, so let's try this again. And yeah, I do have Firefox installed. What do you think I am? A savage. Oh. Why didn't you to the developers of this YouTube SVSF, I don't know how to pronounce that name, but the developers of this, why what it's so hard to make it so the arrow keys are responsive? I could code a better interface in my dreams. Mother of God. Anyhow, thank you for your hard work, because everything else works just the way it should. So, you know, I'll give props to you. Props are due. This is very good software. This is very good software. But why aren't the arrow keys working? Like, what is that? What is that? It's nonsense. Anyhow, let's listen to the arena soundtrack. If it will load. Are you buffering, bro? That's gonna be my new catchphrase. Are you buffering, bro? Okay. Let me have a sip. Okay. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Okay. So, all right. It's been 7 minutes and I've done nothing. All right. I can be 7 minutes without doing anything. All right. So the range we have to go, because we're gonna get because now we're going to get what we have to draw next, and what we have to draw when we scroll back. We're gonna get that as an index, and that's that. Because we're doing it that way, the range of lines that we read, we can calculate that as just you know, index and then the size in y, right? So the y size, the how do you say, the height of the box, and this thing is buffering. Oh, holy fucking shit! I should download it. I should download it and play it in the background. Anyhow, you know, that might actually work. All right, so we'll do without music. No, we'll do without music, hardcore Muslim style. You know. Too bad I'm smoking, but well, what you gonna do? So okay, like I was saying, what we'll do is we'll take this index and we'll simply read from that index into just the rows, right? And rows would be the maximum amount of lines you can fit within the box. And so we'll do just that. Easy. So yeah, I got my work cut out for me. All right. So it's so weird to develop music in the background, but anyhow. What we'll need is, and I'm thinking, I'm thinking some other things I need to do to sort of make this code prettier. What I should do actually is make it so this entire list of keys is defined somewhere else, and then the initializer just quotes that definition of keys. But I'm not gonna do that now. I am going to do it, but not now. Okay. So these are going to be indices, okay? And what else? These are going to be indices, and we need to have text lines, okay? And this is going to be an array. So whenever we set the text, other than do all of these weird crap we were doing here, we just get set like we used to, right? So return this. And actually, in this case, I'm gonna have to do it like this, so forget about this. This is going to be quicker. So we check that something was passed. If something was passed, then we want to set. So this is a manual get set. What the auth get set module does is essentially this. Okay, it's very much word for word this. So I just condense that into a single line. It's all that method is doing, and that's sort of the point of having this kind of method driven, as some pretentious people would say. But that kind of method driven coding style. Anyhow, so what I want to do with this, and fine, I can just call it like this. Okay. What I want to do is when I actually redefine text or reset or however you want to put it, what I want to do is also set the prev and yet sometimes it skips like right to the top or right to the bottom because of a bad combination of keys that I press accidentally. I've never in my life set I've never in my life have I set a key binding to go to the top of the file or the bottom of the file. It's always been there by default, and I never remember how to unset it. It's unnerving. Anyhow. So what I'm gonna do here, right? So I'm gonna set previous to rows. Okay. So this is array the reference of self rows. Okay. And I actually just want the int, so I can just on this. And I can do without the int here in the middle because I'm assigning it to a scalar. It will understand what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get the number of elements in here. But you know, you know, just to be explicit about it. So anyhow, on previous, I'm gonna put number of rows. I think -1. I might be off by 1 in there, so we'll see how off I am there. And since we're at it, after we set the text, we're gonna say self text fig. Okay. All right. So this is just a whole bunch of things we need to do when we assign a new piece of text. So, okay. And so now I need to go into the fill method and work out what what I'm supposed to do here. select lines from a save or array, right? So that would be self text lines, array the reference, and I want to take from here. Oh, can I actually do it like this? Want to take from here, from self text next, so the next next up in the list, up to the amount of rows. So actually in here I'm just gonna say rows. Okay. And do I need to make it -1? That's the question. That is the question. And yeah, let's int it. Why not? Because this is still in scalar context, so it would know that I'm trying to get the number of indices. So whatever. Oh no, it's not -1. Okay. Okay, then that's better. What's this? What's this? Oh, because I'm right, but I can just say rows. That's better. Because when you do this, look at that. Right, no, okay, so here I do need to subtract, and I'm going to explain why. Because here if I say 0 to 1, it's going to give me a list of 0 and 1, so the last index is inclusive, but we begin counting from 0. We begin counting from 0, and I am, you know, this is not fucking Lua, right? We're not gonna, I'm not gonna start counting my indices at 1. That's heresy. Okay, you know, I don't think that Lua is a bad language. Matter of fact, I think you know, I've read some of it, studied a little bit of Lua, and I think it's a cool language. But indices starting at 1, it's no, no. What are you smoking, man? Stay away from that. Stay away from that crack you're smoking. No, that's terrible. Why? Why would you start indexing at 1? Where's your sense of honor? You know? What is that? Anyhow. So I have to subtract in here, but simply because the indexing I don't want the last index. If I'm going from 0 to 30, I want from 0 to 30, and that means stop at 29. Okay. And actually, it is index and index plus offset. Okay. Right. And so it's begin point and begin point plus size. All right. So this would represent the size of the box, of the height, right? The size in y, in the y dimension. So that's what we're doing there. I need to I need to go into subtext. Okay, so subtext. Okay, so yeah. Right, so here, right, so here I'm discounting, and here I do not have to, I believe, because I'm indexing up to rows -1, and then, oh, huh. No, right, this should be the last index. This should be the last index that was read by next, and so, yeah, it should be -1. Or should it? No, I'm gonna leave it like that, and then we can do, because then when we want to read backwards, we do index should be prev, and my index be equal to that. And actually, let's put that right here. So in the case where we're going backwards, index should be previous, and the way we do this should be it should be index and index minus the size, right? That's more of the way it should work. If that makes sense. Okay. I'm gonna say my big end, right? I'm gonna initialize that as 0, and we're gonna have a bool direction, right? And if direction is 1, it means we're going backwards. If it's 0, it means actually here we're checking if it's non-zero, but yeah, effectively we'll only pass it 1 or 0. So if it's true, we want to go backwards. And so beginning would have to be this minus something else. So say index this, and so beg is index minus rows -1. This is hellishly smelling like a bunch of off by 1 errors I'm about to make, but I'm going to have to take that risk. Okay, so and end would be index. I want to go from beg to end, right? And actually what I'm going to do is I'm always going to discount 1 from end, and that's going to be that. And so, because it's really good. Okay, yeah, so that's the right thing to do. Good. Let's try this again. Come on. Lay it for me. Okay, so hopefully it will play. Right. So in both cases, we need to subtract 1 from the end because we do not want the last index. Okay, so I think that's about right. Okay. So lines is equal to this, and that's a wrap. Okay. And yeah, if we do not pass a direction, it's just going to assume this is undefined. It will undefined and 0 both qualify as uh, as being false, so it will read forwards. Okay. All right. So what I have to do is actually, now I don't have to do this. And here what I should do is say, can use y as index, can't I? Yep. So we can there's that, and we just use y as index, and that's good. Okay. So we simplified the code a little. Simplify the code a little, and hopefully it should be a little bit faster. So it has no need to go any faster, but you know. Let me just fix this thing here. And in here, I need to set the what is it? It's self text lines. We need to set a as a reference to this. Okay. And yes, text lines. Okay. So basically, we are fitting the text to the box every time we set a new text for the box. So even the things that don't fit on screen will, so the text that wouldn't be immediately shown, it's just packed nicely for us. And then all we have to do is print it. Okay. And so we select the what do you say? I can't think about it now. The slice, right? So we just select the slice that needs to be visible. Whether we're going up or we're going down. Okay. All right. And oh yeah. Oh, well, you know what? Let's just make a get set for this. Yeah, why not? so I don't have to reference it like this. Yeah, it's a little bit nicer. Okay. All right, so I was afraid I was afraid that I wasn't recording. Okay, so yeah, no, I am recording. All right. So, okay, so here's a problem. Because at the beginning I was using this method to float fill it with a single character, but I'm not doing that anymore. So you know what? Just get rid of that. Because now there's none of that. Okay, that's fine. You know, there's a plus for deleting lines rather than adding, at least in my view. Oh well, but I could still put this in its own scope just so that yeah. Because these two variables, I'm just going to use them for this one fetching of the slice of lines that I want to show. So it's unnecessary to have them laying around. Okay, and I do not need this anymore. So okay, good. We got rid of a bunch of things we didn't need. All right. So now let me check that. Oh, rows not import. Okay, so I messed up here. Okay. Fix. Okay, so my rows. Okay. Let's fit. Oh, right. I messed up. Text fit. Okay. All right. And it works, but it failed to print. Okay, so it managed to draw the box, but it could not draw the text we wanted. So that's not good. So line 341. Okay. Hmm. So actually, what this is doing, fills rect um, with um, with next page of text, right? So we're talking about pages because for text that doesn't quite fit in a single draw within the box, when we do, you know, when we go to the next section of text, so we clean the box and draw the next section, we call that a page, right? So that's a bit of nomenclature. Let me see. Actually, what I'm gonna try and do is to avoid the drawing. Okay. We're not going to draw. We're only going to invoke the field function. It will tell us what. And tuck tuck. Okay, 332. Okay. All right, so it's having some troubles there. For one, yeah, it's uninitialized. What I would suppose it's talking about, yeah. So it's talking about the lines after, after it fills out the text, it still has a few lines left which are uninitialized, right? So they're blank, which actually should not happen. But I thought that's what I was doing here, so it's weird. Let me check something real quick. I want to see if if it can break at new lines. Okay, so I'm gonna say line 0 and line 1, and if it actually breaks this up, it doesn't. So let's cancel the drawing. We can debug this. Interesting that it wouldn't draw this if I remove the. Oh wait, because I guess I need to do it like this. No, no luck. What's going on here? Cancel that. And let's clear. Yeah, it's showing nothing. It's just a clear. Okay, that's not right. That's definitely not right. Okay. I guess I need to do ram.sub. Nope. Yep. I can do away with that. Nothing. Let me read something real quick. Okay, so I want to go into help cache.pm and I want to go to wrap word. breaks at right. So this is not going to detect it, to detect new lines. I think I need to use the G for that. Okay. Because I really do want it to break at new lines, you know. All right, so tell you what. Right, so wrap word, and let's actually fix this real quick. Oh, I think it's S. It's still nothing. This is embarrassing. This is quite embarrassing. It shouldn't happen. Okay. Still nothing. I'm gonna check that these two have need to be the exact same, right? So let's just check that. And, oh, I should cancel the printing. Okay. So it has one more. And it's trying to go beyond that? What? Okay, that makes no sense. Let me see what rows actually give. Oh, right. Okay. Because rows is not giving me indices from 0 to the size. So the size of rows is how many rows I actually have, but the actual values within are absolute coordinates into the screen. So right, obviously that's not going to work. Okay. Oh my. All right. Okay. So now I should be able to draw. Okay. All right. But we don't have the. Okay. It needs to go one more. Curious. Yeah, no, it's not going to work. Bit text. No, text fit. Okay, maybe the error is here. So this should be an ensure, and this should be trying to make sure that actually I want to, because what this while should be making sure of is that these two arrays have exactly the same size. Okay. So rem.sub if length rem.sub, then append again. Stop. Let me cancel the drawing real quick, just to make sure that we're not. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So all right. Because some of the error messages will be hidden by that. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Alright, take that out. Alright, so word wrap must be deleting everything after that, so it's weird. Yeah. It's not like that. Do it like this? No. If I do it like that? No, still not. Oh, okay. Alright, so it's not word wrap, then what is it? I'm gonna have to force this to printf rem and the rem sub. Okay. Line 1, and I'm gonna put a little symbol in here so I know at which stage it's happening. Okay. Wait, what? What? Okay, this is creepy. There's two prints going on, and I do not know which one, and I don't know where it is happening. So that's a little bit weird. Hmm. Okay. Okay, this is aha. Okay, all right. So sub is both things for some reason. It should be overwriting itself, but it's not doing that. Oops. Okay. Right, so sub is the whole thing, but oh my god. What have I done? Okay, so this is one of the most confusing methods I've ever written. This wrap word right here. It is indeed one of the most confusing methods I've ever written, and I've written a lot. But this one, and I mean, no, a lot of methods and a lot of confusing methods at that. But this one takes the cake, definitely. Hmm. Forget about this one. So yeah, this is Caveman Debugging 101. Okay. Alright, so sub is the whole thing, new line included. So it is not splitting at new lines. Okay. How come? Because I wanted to split at this or at a new line, right? So that's the way it should be. It's not gonna do that, is it? I guess just... Oh, I know. I guess I can split at a... Can do it like this. Let's try. Alright. Alright, that's neat. Okay, so done. Let's try having multiple new lines. Okay, so that works. That works fine. Okay, so let's flood fill it, so to speak. Okay, all right. So it works more or less the way it should. All right, that's fine. Okay. So what now? we need to we need to be able to scroll. Okay. All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this with a my x from 0 to 64, I guess 63. So 64 lines total. I'm going to append to text line x, add an n there, text like this. Right. Okay, what? What? That should not have happened. Okay. If we do just 16, it should be fine. No, still not. Okay. So what's the problem there? Still pretty bad. Okay, wait. Cancel this. Just make sure that this is correct. Yeah, this is correct. Okay. So I want to print out the lines array to see that basically that it was cut correctly. Okay. So let's see. It's text lines, right? And I actually need to reference this. Let's see. It no, it did not cut correctly. Okay. So that's on the word wrap, obviously. Let's try this. No, don't know. So what this does is it reads it as a single line, which is not what I want. So it either ends with a bunch of spaces or a new line, right? Okay, because we want to cut at the earliest, you know, or I like the last white space that we can find. But what it's doing is rather it is cutting at so it's reading everything as a single line and trying to fit everything into the screen sometimes and cutting there. So we get, it can fit all of this into a single line, and then when it comes to here, it says, oh, out of space, and it cuts, right? So no, that's not what it should do. So actually what I should do, fixed. Okay, so it was a syntactical error. Okay. Let's try to print it now. And okay, almost good. Almost good. We sort of fucked up in here. But almost good. Oh no, wait, oh, this is not good. Not good at all. So the list is correct, but apparently the way it's indexing is not quite so correct. So oh my god. Okay. What? No, still terrible. No, so it's not this. Okay. Huh. It's weird that it will print this right here. I don't know what that's about. Like, this is definitely off bounds. Why is it there at all? And why is it skipping from 4 to 11 all of a sudden? Not making sense. So 0 to n, 0 to 10. I need to do it like that. Yeah. Right, 0 to 10. And so it should be printing 10 lines, but it's printing something else. That's pretty fucking weird. Again, let's just check that the array is correct, okay? Here it seems fine. So what's going on here? Print this whole thing. So you, okay? S, let's print this entire thing. Okay. So line 4 contains all of this, which makes 0 sense, okay? This makes no sense. Okay. So what's going on here? Yeah, I know. I want to assign it, and then I want to print it out. Text lines. And yeah, I know I do a lot of this caveman debugging thing, but you know, I want to get a good feel for what's going on. So yeah, because the wrapping is not working the way it should, so I want to know why. Should be nothing. Join, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to say new line and some special character. Put me there. Yeah, inner. All right. What? Oh. Okay, so this is so stupid. It breaks like right there at the line 4. It just, and I do not understand why. Like, what's so special about it? Nope, it's not the screen itself. I don't think so. No, it's word wrap shitting the bed. That's probably what. Okay, so draw me the full thing. All right. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to assume the fault is with the word wrap, because as far as I can see, that's what's going on. Let's listen to some more Weeping Moon. Let's see. Yeah, so this is their only work? You kidding me? Is this the same Weeping Moon? Well, let's check. I swear to God, if it's I swear to God, if this is black metal or something like that, I'm going to lose my mind. No, it's Weeping Moon. It is Weeping Moon. Okay. Oh, that dissonance. Oh, so dungeon-tastic. Come on. It makes me wanna. Okay, okay. Let me show you. It makes me wanna just go into my properties and taking the saturation down to 0, drown out all the colors. And it totally was not able to do that. Okay. Okay, so now I'm seeing just a frozen image. This is terrible. Okay, I'm just gonna disable that. Okay. Alright, alright. So, okay. So I didn't know. I didn't know I couldn't do that. Okay, I didn't know I couldn't do that. Like why? Like why is it? It's frozen in place. Like hey, here I am, frozen in place, just chilling. You know. Okay, you've already seen my face. You know it's me. So anyhow, um, let me gather my thoughts here. So the word wrapping, for some reason, is failing miserably at that particular point. And we do not know why. I have no idea why it's doing that. And it makes no sense because it just it cuts like it seems arbitrarily at some line when all lines end with a new line. So like why would it do that? Oh, look at that. When I take out the 4, what? Okay, now all right. So we'll have to be smarter about this. We're doing this thing here, and it makes no sense. Okay. Because yeah, this is an okay way to find if the line end if that piece if that substring ends with a new line, but actually what we need to check first and foremost would be we have to take the line and check that it matches a new line, and we actually need to capture this entire thing. Okay, so from the start up to anything that is not a new line, actually, so anything that is not a new line up to a new line, we need to take this and measure it. Okay, so if defined that first capture, if that is defined, then we know there is a new line. That's what we know at that point. And so what we need to do then is say my sub, or actually my I don't know what to call it. I'm just gonna be lazy and say my s is equal to 1, and if length of s is less than, if I can do it the other way around, is less than space, right? Less or equal, actually. And now that I think about it, I actually wanna shave off any additional white space this thing might have, right? So I want to do, what is it? This is my right, so I want to right trim. Okay. I want to right trim S, and if the length fits within the space that we have, then this would be our sub. Okay, so we have to cut at that point and no sooner. Okay, and thus, if this happens, what we have to do is, oh, I would, okay, because I don't want to modify it just yet. What we should do is take line and replace that bit that we captured. Okay, so let's replace that. So beginning at the start, of course. Replace this thing and the new line. Right, and so we should return let me just make that fit into the line. So it should return the S without the trailing or leading, no, trailing white space, and the line, the rest of the line, without the leading. Okay, but it wouldn't have any leading white space, so I can just return it like that. Yeah. Right? Okay, still fails. Still fails. And I wonder why at that particular point it's really weird. Okay. It's just so stupid that it would have. I mean, it is just so stupid that it would have that it would do this. That it would consider all of this as a single line. can't quite wrap my head around this. Okay. I am recording, right? Oh, I get paranoid about this. Okay. So this is entirely outside of the scope of making an RTS, but you know, since I'm at it, I'm just going to do it. Uh-huh. Just checking. Okay, so it definitely has something to do with the length of the line, okay? It definitely has something to do with the length of the line. That would be my guess. We remove this, then it just does what it does. It's fine, but not what we want. Actually, I guess I can do it like this. Yeah. Oh, so at no point this is successful actually. Which makes no sense. Alright, what? Okay. I'm gonna just checking, okay? Okay. Oh, I know, right. The quantifier. It's the quantifier, right. Golly. Right, there we go. Alright. Okay, and now it cuts. Okay, perfect. Fixed. Hashtag fixed. Okay, perfect. So we're rolling. We're rolling. Okay, that's nice. And so now we can actually now we can finally get to scrolling text. Okay. So what I would do is since we have the arrow keys enabled, what I would do is make it so when you press up that it tries to go to the next section. Actually, when you press up, it tries to go to the previous section, and when you press down, that it tries to go to the next. Okay. So there's two calls I need to make there. Actually, going to shorten the fetching of this thing right here. So because it's the first children of the box, we know that it's always going to be that the first children. Okay? So we can just get it like this, right? It will always reference this inner that we're creating right here. It will always be the first child. So okay, we want to wipe. Wipe and fill, and then just ask it to draw. Okay. Actually, inner wipe. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to get this one. So inner equals self inner. Okay. Okay, so can't locate children because I actually need to get the rect. Okay, so it's making the call. That's good enough. So I think I might have set up this thing backwards. Now that I think about it, but give me a second and I'll tell you. Okay, so first off, I need to disable that awful printf that I have laying around. Okay, that's not necessary now. Okay, so the call is being made, but it's not really making progress. So that's due to, oh yeah, because I need to adjust these values. Okay. All right. So what I should do is if if(x) is non-zero, then I want to say that self text prev, I want to set it to whatever it is now minus this, right? So yeah, okay. Because in this case we're going backwards. So what we need to do is we need to set this to equal to end. Okay. No, actually to beginning. Sorry. Right. So we go back a screen full. Okay. And wait, I'm getting ahead of myself here. I need to set next, and next should now be I suppose n+1. Yes, I think yes. Okay. Else, if if(x) is 0, then we cannot go back, and thus we should do nothing actually. in this case, now in this case, if x is not already um, equal or greater than the size of the lines, okay? So, or lines array. So that would be self text lines, okay? So if we're not bigger than that, meaning we haven't reached the end, right? So text previous should be what the now it should be end, and yeah, and next should be n plus 1. Okay, I might have messed that one up, but let's just try it. Okay, and we can advance, not quite the way I meant, but we can somewhat advance. Okay, so let's keep on trying. Oh wait, let me. Okay, so pressing down makes me go to the next one, but pressing up does not help me go go back. So that's a problem. Right, this is why. Ugh. Okay, so it doesn't work quite the way I wanted it to. It's not quite right. Okay, so I would assume that first off, this one is off. Okay. Hmm. These are the kind of baseline math problems that, for some reason, after years of programming experience, I still cannot quite get right the first time around. It's interesting to see, I guess. You know, I would guess I'm a little bit of meme material at this point. You know, like a living meme. I can wrap my head around a lot of really complex things, but when it comes to these baseline mathematical problems, it just crashes, you know. You know, live.x has stopped working. Okay. So right. Um, less or equal to. Okay. There we go. Okay, and there I made a mistake. Never mind. I can go back. All right, so we can scroll. Okay. Nice. What I'm gonna do is just real quick. I'm just gonna say my scroll up and scroll down. Next in here, and I'm going to let this work also for key held, okay? Which might be, the repeat rate might be a little bit too fast. So I'm actually going to say down, right? Sometimes you shouldn't abbreviate. It's something I've had to learn the hard way. Okay. All right. Okay. Right, so this scroll up apparently is too much. Okay, so it is indeed trying to read beyond what's allowed. I guess what I'm gonna do is so I'm just gonna fill it out. It makes no sense to just not do it. Just fill out. Okay. Now wait a minute. Wait a minute. No. It cannot be less than it's impossible. That's impossible. Huh. Okay, so I'm gonna give it one more. Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? Okay, let's try this again. Okay. So I think one previous is not adjusting correctly, because when I go down, when I press once, it goes up all the way. Not entirely sure what that's about. Yeah. All right, so that is an issue with the repeat rate, obviously. It's really weird, because I don't get it with this one. Why is it repeating so quick? I have no idea. But basically, it runs it like 5 times in one key press. It's uncanny, and it makes no fucking sense. Like, why? Give me a second. I want to see if I can fix this. Okay, so it boils down to the position of the keys. So I know this is a TI issue. Okay, so TI stands for text input, and the non-TI are the non-text input keys. And basically, there's different settings for repeat rate of a key, depending on its type. And so, for some reason, it's detecting certain keys to be part of the that class of key that needs to be repeated super fast, which actually shouldn't happen. But when I initialize the clock, which I'm not doing, oh, so that's one reason why. Okay. Right, so the clock was not initialized, so that's one big problem. Okay. All right. So it was because the clock was not initialized. Okay, so forget what I said about the TI stuff. The repeat rate was off for some reason because I didn't initialize the clock. Okay. So, okay, all right. So we can scroll, but we have this nasty error in there. It says that we have an uninitialized line. Right, so the last of the lines is not initialized. This makes no fucking sense. Okay, so let's just I mean, but I am adding a fucking line. Why is that? But the fucking line should be there. What is this? There must be. Right, so lines is as big as it needs to be, but there must be there must be a value within the lines array that is uninitialized. That must be why. Okay, so actually I'm gonna leave this in here. What I'm gonna do is I think it's the text fit. Okay, so right, so here's the mistake I made. All right, this yeah, okay, because rows is as many lines as we can fit, but not but it doesn't correspond correctly to what we would see on screen. So this it doesn't correspond correctly to how many pages we would have. It's stupid to try and calculate it. So no. I need to say if defined and if defined. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, that was a hard fucking crash. That was a hard fucking crash. Okay. Oh my god. All right, so what I'm gonna have to do is I need to make sure. No, but wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. I'm never pushing to lines something that is uninitialized. I'm always checking that the value is defined before I even consider pushing it. So there cannot be uninitialized value, which means that when I create this slice of the array, right, holy, right, so here's the mistake. All right, when I create this slice, there can be spaces that do not align neatly, because like I said, the number of lines that we're going to have does not necessarily correspond to a multiple of how much space we have, right? So there can always be some value left uninitialized. So what we need to do is actually check that line is defined, right? Minus I, else blank. All right, that's better. All right, all right. Hashtag fixed, so to speak. Fine. Okay. So we're going to text fit and restore this thing that I was doing. Yeah, because it wasn't what was causing the problem. Or maybe it was. No, actually it wasn't. What? Okay, let me comment this out and I'll figure it out at a later date. Okay. Right, so there's definitely a problem here. And it probably has something to do with the line wrapping. So first off, it's missing a lot of members, missing a lot of stuff. Right? So it's like it skipped. It made a skip. Matter of fact, it's making lots of skips. This is all right. So I must have made a mistake somewhere. Let's just make sure that the lines array is correct. Print with a tiny bit of sign there, and why not? Let's put it in here as well. And I want to say lines. Lines. This, and which time is it, by the way? Date. Okay. So, okay, let's just cancel the printing there, and let's just do the text stuff. All right, so there is blank lines. There is blank lines. Which is not making a whole lot of sense. Not to me, anyhow. Okay, but I can fix that. actually what I should do is take this and then for my line in left line, if it is defined. If not defined line, then just skip. Okay. Yeah. And that should got it. Okay. Right, so it's giving me ow. Ay, 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 ay. So it's giving me blank. It's giving me blanks. Okay, so I need to actually be more precise here. So if not defined line or line matches nothing but blanks or new lines, and optionally this little symbol here +1 or any number really, and then it's nothing but that, and then the string ends. Then if we match that still, oh, you fucking kidding me. I will commit murder. No, just kidding. But oh, I know. Just going to strip it. Okay, so line stripped be line, and then line just do away with all white space. Okay, so s or return n any number of times from dot end. Actually, just get rid of all of them because it doesn't matter. As if it was in the line, and line stripped actually. And if we have nothing, fuck off. Okay. And now, and now it does. Okay, perfect. It's still skipping, but it's not the. It's the clock actually. Okay, so let me put it at a reasonably slow rate. I still need to fix this. Well, Oh no, okay, no, no. There's another problem. Okay. Right. So actually, so actually, it's the index. It's the indexing. Okay. All right, but this part is done. Okay, good. All right. So stop fail. So I guess the indexing here is a little bit wrong. And what I'm going to guess is that essentially I'm have to do n minus 1. So I always have to do this. And I wasn't doing it. Okay. And now it's yeah, the indexing is all fucked up. That's why. That's what's going on. The indexing is all fucked up. Okay. In this case, we're going backwards. So we're going backwards and we want to set the previous one. The previous one should be back minus 1. Yeah. Yes, correct. And now here, if we're not right at the end, then we want to go to the next page. And the next page will begin and end plus 1. And the previous one would be the end of the current page. No? Let me just check. Yeah, not really off by 1 again. Okay, so this is, yeah, terrible. What about big? Still wrong. Okay, terrible. I'm going to disable the key held because it's confusing me. The repeat rate is all off, so I need to fix that. No, no, no. Now this is an indexing problem. Okay. Hmm. Right, because when I'm going back to the first one, I'm not setting, so that's why. Yeah, right, but what am I thinking? No, this is... This always needs to be wrong. Okay, then at this point... Right. Right, so it should not change at this point. Let's see. Okay, we're missing a bunch of elements here, so that's not so good. Oh, what's that? It can scroll back. Okay, so it wraps. The scrolling wraps around. That's not so good. That's not so good. Not exactly what I want, but it works, so to speak. It works, so to speak. Yeah. Um. mm, mm. I would like to know why there's all of these missing elements. I know that it's going to complain that there's a lot of things, but like why? That's my question. Okay, so I'm a little bit tired. I think I'm gonna um wrap this one up soon. But I wanna finish this up. So let's listen to another album, and once this one is over, we'll just listen to this one again because it's pretty good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this doesn't make any fucking sense. If not. Why in the name of fuck is it appending here? Ah, shit. I told you not to. I will kill. For the love of God. Oh. Oh, so that's why. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna do the same thing here. There we go. Okay. Fucking shit. Blank lines are my worst enemy. Okay. Alright, so now it's not missing it. Okay, good. Good, that makes me happy. It gives me reasons to live. You know? Okay. So now, do subfill. What? Oh, right. So we are fill, and I guess I'm just going to grow the array. Right. Oh, line. Lines. So it will be as big as it needs to be because we're setting it to this index. So we're always taking a slice that's as big as rows. So the problem actually is that within that slice there can be uninitialized elements. So what we need to do is to say if not defined line, then just line equals line. Okay, and that's good enough. There we go. There we go. Okay. So that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, good. It's still doing this thing where it scrolls a little bit weird, and it can go backwards. Right, and that's not exactly what I want, but yeah, fine. I can fix that later, right? Or in any case, I should handle that separately. Like the case of trying to wrap around, I would have to see if I enable it or disable it depending on the situation. That's just fine, you know. But yeah, it's not so important. So yeah, anyhow, that's a wrap. So yeah, let's just commit all of this. Okay, so status. Okay, so add a scrolling text. Oh no, yeah, wait. This is not the commit message. This is the commit message. So scrolling text. Scrolling text menu. I should say basis for scrolling text menu. And it's going to be kind of weird because I didn't actually do most of the coding for this inside of this, but you know you'll have to bear with it. So yeah, go to help and status. Okay, so commit am scroll back no, scroll up down and yeah I'm just gonna call it that. Push right. That's nice. Now let's see. I think I made some changes in automat as well. Yeah, just a minimal change. I'm not going to commit that. It's well, oh, it's a single line, but you would have, if you were following along with this series, you would have to add it to. So just to play it safe. If someone is actually following this series, then you know they would appreciate me committing that change of a single line. So yeah, let's just do it. AM, and that would be help L copy change. All right. That's yeah, that's a wrap. So well, that's it from me. Bye.